Serious, has a friend ever done / said something that just straight up ended the friendship? What happened? I was 16 and had my first boyfriend. I confided in my best friend of a decade that I was really upset because he got annoyed at something I said at Baskin-Robbins and threw me against a table and then down on the floor, and that it wasn't the first time he'd shoved me around. She told me that she didn't want to hear it and that I had no right to complain because unlike her, at least I had a boyfriend. That was pretty much that for our friendship. Edit to add, so people can stop freaking. Yes, I broke up with him, and it was like 2.5 decades ago. I'm in a safe and loving marriage. I'm the dumped friend. She posted a video from The Onion of a fake senator reading a fake bill that was all redacted, and you could tell with context clues it was basically saying in the event of Armageddon, the high-powered people have bunkers to hide in. She made some comment about the redacting and our government is hiding stuff. I commented that it was a satire video and not real. She got super mad and accused me of trying to make her look stupid. She said there was no way she could have known. The Onion was in the bottom right-hand corner of the video. She blocked me and we have never spoken since. We had known each other for at least 5 years. More accurately, my parents, took her in when she ran away from home for, like, a year when we were teens. When her husband beat her up, early 20s, I road-tripped all night to pick her back and move her back in. I mean, I can understand that she felt embarrassed, but any normal person would just laugh it off and be like, oh, they got me. I just think that if this happened to me, I'd feel stupid but wouldn't get annoyed at the person who pointed out my error. Still, it's sad that your friendship ended over something so stupid as an Onion video. It's not as if it was some big betrayal or anything. After I spent all day using my truck and trailer helping him haul tables and chairs in a giant archway to the church for his wedding that I was supposed to be a groomsman. Hey dude, I really appreciate you helping me move this stuff, I couldn't get anyone else to help, here's $20 for the gas. Me, whoa dude, I'm in your wedding, I don't need money to help make this happen. Yeah dude, so hey, Brent, his soon-to-be wife's best guy friend / 100% ex-fuck buddy / guy he's known for less than 3 months. Really wanted to be in the wedding and I was wondering if it would be cool if he took your spot and I can see if any of her cousins backed out and if there's a seat open somewhere. This was the day before the wedding. I had been best friends with that guy since kindergarten. His wife didn't like me because I knew about her wild past from a different circle of friends, so this was her attempt to push me out. He caved, but none of the other people involved would help move shit, so he waited until last minute to get me to help. Haven't spoken to that guy since, and last I heard she quit her job and sucks dick in his house all day while he's at work. They deserve each other. Edit, I feel like I need to add, 2 days after the wedding the church venue called me frantic. Apparently no one picked up the chairs, tables, and archway from the church venue, and those ducks gave my number and told them I was supposed to be picking them up. That didn't happen. She said that relationships were more important than school as a reason for refusing to help on a group project. She was obsessed with her new boyfriend and didn't want to do anything else. We sent the emails to our physics teacher and she got put into her own group. People like that are why I dread group projects. Glad the teacher backed you up. In college, a former friend tried to have sex with me. I'm also a guy. While I was blackout drunk, he was not drunk. He did that despite knowing I am straight and had a girlfriend at the time. Lucky for me there were some actual friends that stopped him. I passed out once while all my friends were taking shrooms and they stopped a dude from putting his balls on my forehead. I really appreciate that. My best mate's now ex-girlfriend told everyone I had sex with her while they were dating, when I definitely had not. She was the most irritating person I'd ever met, and I don't know if I've ever been attracted to someone less than I was to her. Ruined our friendship and destroyed her relationship with my mate. She is one of those people that crave drama and can't live without having something wrong to moan about. She's currently pretending to have multiple personality disorder and blaming that for every time she's a rickhead so she can get away with it. My cousin tried to get my sister to cheat on her husband. Then told everyone she did. This cousin also locked herself out of our house once, and instead of calling someone, she tied a shirt around a hammer and tried to break in. When we asked her why she used the T-shirt, she said she had seen it on TV where people wrap cloth around their hand. So she did it to the hammer. I got sexually assaulted by 2 guys in a summer camp and told it to my best friend. After calling me stupid for letting that happen, she apologized and I forgave her. Then I saw her parents, who asked how summer camp went, and all she did was turn to me and go, "Well, you made many friends, didn't you? Don't you want to tell my parents about it?" With a big smile on her face. I don't feel too bad about thinking that she can duck off in hell. Had a whole bunch do it at once. I used to have a group of people I thought were my friends. Because of this, I did a lot for them. I helped them out by working on their projects, supported them, let one stay in my home rent-free when they were in danger of becoming homeless. I did all that for these people, but 2 years in a row, they couldn't be bothered to do something as simple and easy as meet up with me for drinks to celebrate my birthday. Half of them didn't even bother responding to being invited. I've pretty much cut them all out my life now, I'm done being used by those who don't care about me. After convincing me to delete my accounts everywhere and make new ones. After promising me that they'll protect me from my abusive ex. After witnessing everything my ex done to me, and how it scarred me for life, I found out that my best friend was dating my ex behind my back for months, lying about it the whole time. I didn't know who my friend was dating, as they refused to introduce them in person. It turns out they've been dating behind my back a few weeks before my ex broke up with me. The whole thing scarred me to this day. It's been a year and I haven't heard from either of them since, though. Good riddance. Edit, spelling, punctuation. One of my best friends of several years set me up to get robbed for £390, my wallet and my jacket. The guy who robbed me pulled a machete on me and kept it against my neck. I don't really know why they decided they want to do it, but I know from enough people, and just the way it all happened gave me suspicions, telling me it was him that I found out. So naturally I stopped being friends with him, because it was a bit of a Rick move and all. You know what, recently, like late 2019 I started getting out of the house. I'm a single father of 2 girls and I've focused on them 1000% for a really long time. I finally got out of the house a few times, and I'm serious, I went to this friend's house a few times for game nights, basically drinking and cards. Till this dude hauled off and hit me for accidentally touching his fucking hat of all things. What struck me most is that they were hosting and didn't even offer an apology to me. It was quite insane for me. It was like I was back in high school. Unducking real. I gave them ample time to fucking realize what happened. It took the person 3 months to even realize we are no longer friends on social media and she's trying to add me back now. And honestly, it fucking broke something in me. Best friend and ex-coworker for 5 years. Confided in her and told her about my self-harming, depression and stuff I went through as a child, you can imagine. 2 days later she not only told the whole of my old workplace but told my family too. Absolutely heartbreaking. I started a job once as an IT bloke with one other person. He asked me what my strengths and weaknesses were in IT, so I said what I was good at and what I might need help with. This guy went straight to the big boss and told him that I admitted that I can't do certain things. I said I had no real life experience with certain areas, doesn't mean I can't do them. I was fired on the spot. Found out later that the IT guy was running that many scams at work that he couldn't afford to have another person working there that might uncover what he was doing. I was there a week and knew of one scam he was running. This wasn't me, but this story shocks and saddens me to this day. I had 2 coworkers, Jane and Paula, who were friends. Not best friends, but they did spend time together and had a good relationship. Jane was married to a man Sam who was mentally ill. For reasons known only to her, she refused to leave him and put up with all the crap related to his mental illness. Things finally exploded when one of Sam's coworkers accused him of sexual harassment and attempted rape. There was enough evidence to have Sam arrested and Sam, who had precarious mental health to begin with, went totally off the rails. So, Jane was left dealing not only with Sam being convicted of a crime, but he was having a total mental breakdown. Jane also had 2 teenaged boys when all this was going on. Well, Jane finally pours her heart out to Paula because she needed an uninvolved third party to talk to. She spoke to Paula in confidence. Of course, Paula was upset that Jane was so upset, but rather than keeping things in confidence, Jane didn't want people to know her business and she also didn't want to risk losing her job. Paula told her boss about what happened. While I don't think Paula necessarily had malicious intent, telling anything to Paula's boss is the equivalent of printing it on the front page of the New York Times, and Paula knew that. I think Paula was just so upset about everything going on, she needed to talk to someone and her boss was there. Needless to say, word spread around the office like wildfire. It was really, really horrible. Needless to say, Jane and Paula were no longer friends after that. To this day, I really don't know what Paula was thinking. I have chronic health issues, and my best friend was trying to get me to drive 30 minutes to her house to go swimming when I had to pack to leave town the next day. She kept pushing and pushing, but when she finally realized I wasn't going to agree, she sat back and said, "You wouldn't be any fun even if you had your health." I left and didn't speak to her again. A friend in college had a very mild form of epilepsy. Due to the medication he took, he could not drink alcohol. He really liked some of obscure music that attracted a strange and quite druggy crowd. He was very open about his condition. Yet one of the women in his group of friends openly berated him for not doing drugs. No one really stood up for him. Maybe they realized what a complete piece of shit she was and didn't want to say anything, but who knows.